So welcome back to another episode of FIFA 19 Career Mode Things I Hate. Following on from part 1, which came out a few days ago and did really well on the channel, I'm making a part 2, and we're going to be discussing more things that I don't like in FIFA 19 Career Mode this year. If you enjoy the video, leave a thumbs up for me. Let's get to 500 likes, and if you're new around here and you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button today and the notification bell, because there will be a lot more. If you've been watching my FIFA 19 Career Mode New Features series, you will know that there's a lot of kit patches that now get added. When you win the league, you get like a gold badge for certain leagues, and there's also the FA Cup, the Community Shield and stuff like that. And all of that is good stuff, but when you're doing a career mode in the Serie A, they have like their own little kit patch for winning the Serie A, and it's called the Scudetto patch. I'll put a photo on the screen, but you can see on the Juventus kit, it's right in the middle. It looks nice, like it's got the Italian colours, and it's something unique, you know, it's not just like a gold patch. And unfortunately, even if you win the league in FIFA 19 Career Mode, that patch stays with Juventus, which doesn't really make sense. When I tested this out in my own little career mode, Inter won the league, and when I checked the following season, the Scudetto patch was still with Juventus. So, in terms of authenticity, this isn't really good, because it's not good to have a Champions patch on a team that's not really the champions, even though that's been happening before FIFA 19. But now, because FIFA 19 is changing the Champions patches every year for the teams that win it, and of course the Serie A is a licensed league now in FIFA 19, I did expect the Scudetto patch to change, but it's a little bit of a bummer that it doesn't at the moment. So hopefully they can fix it up either for FIFA 20 or even patch it for FIFA 19. So this year we've seen over 450 new faces so far in FIFA 19, but the thing that is really getting on my nerves now is the generic referees. Now, when you're doing a Premier League career mode, everything is perfect. You know, the branding's there, the TV broadcast packages, the logos, everything's good. But when you look at the referee, it's a generic referee. And especially, it's bad because it has their proper name in like the kickoff dashboard before you start the game. It'll have the proper referee name. But when you go into the game, like the linesmen are generic, the proper referee that controls the match is generic. So hopefully EA can focus on this as well, because I like the little details, and I would love to see some licensed referees in the game now. I'm not sure how complicated it would be, but hopefully they can make it happen. The next thing I don't like in FIFA 19 Career Mode is the fact that you can't intervene in a sim game once you decide to simulate the match. So when it's doing its thing and the game's going, and you might go down 1-0, 2-0, you might think, oh wait, that was a bad idea, I can't get out of this now. What they used to offer in previous career modes in like older games, probably 10 years ago now, I can't remember when they took this feature out, was the fact that you could join a sim game. So if things weren't looking good, you had an option to actually go into the match and play the game. So if you were 2-0 down in the 60th minute, you could intervene then, and then you'll go into the game controlling your team 2-0 down in the 60th minute, and you could try and turn the game around. It's something little, but it definitely does help, because sometimes you simulate a game because you think it's an easy win, and then something goes wrong, you're down 1-0 or 2-0, and you need to get that game back, otherwise you're in trouble. So hopefully they can put that in again, because it was once a feature in older FIFA games. Now, a subscriber of mine messaged me on Instagram regarding the last video I did for this, and he said that the managers basically never get sacked in career mode, and he was right. I had a think about it, and I thought, like, I might as well try and experiment this and go 5 seasons down the line and see who's still managing, you know. And Watford actually got relegated to the Championship, I think, in 2021. So I decided to offer for one of their players to see if they've got the same manager. And they actually still have their proper manager. So usually, once a team gets relegated, the manager leaves. It's very rare for a manager to last 5 or 6 seasons these days. But in career mode, we always see the same managers coaching the same teams until the end of the career mode finishes, after 15 years or something. So it's not very realistic. What I would like to see is managers getting sacked for getting relegated or having bad seasons. And also, having managers just swap around would make things feel fresher, rather than just seeing Klopp or Guardiola at Man City for the next 15 years. Now, this probably isn't a big thing for everyone, but when I do my career modes, I like to manage Italy. I like to do the World Cup tournament, the Euro tournaments and stuff. And I think the international side of career mode is pretty fun as well, but it is pretty lackluster. And I was interested to see whether we got the Euro 2020 official naming for career mode, especially because the Champions League now and the Europa League are a part of FIFA. I thought there was a chance that maybe we had UEFA Euro 2020 in career mode as well. But as I was simming past, there was like a Euro tournament happening, and it was called European Championships, and it had like a generic logo as well. So it might be a little thing for you, but for me, I like to do international stuff, so I would have liked to have seen Euro 2020 being officially licensed in career mode. Now this has been an issue for many years, and that's the fact that some real world players still don't have like their 2D real world images in the menus when you're scouting them and stuff like that. So when I see these blank face players, it makes me not want to use them, and I don't want to sign them. So it's not very fair on them, I guess, but yeah, it's just a matter of EA adding some more 2D images in for these kinds of players, because they are real world players. If you look their last names up, they do play for real clubs like Leeds United and stuff. I can understand if this was generic players where they've just spawned them out of like random names and stuff, but these are real world players. They deserve their 2D image at least in the game. So in FIFA 19 now, there's many leagues that do have the Champions patch, and La Liga is one of those in the real world who has a Champions patch. It goes on top of the official La Liga patch that every club has, and it's like a gold circle. It has like the year that you won it, and it's pretty cool. And I thought, being an officially licensed league now in FIFA 19 with all the stadiums and the new faces and stuff, I thought EA could have at least added the Champions patch in for the La Liga as well. Like I said earlier, I do like the little details that the game has, and I think not having the Champions patch for the La Liga is a missed opportunity. And of course it's like the Serie A as well, so when you win the league in the La Liga or the Serie A, you don't really get to have the full experience by having a Champions patch on your sleeve. So I was doing my private career mode yesterday, and I was trying to find some good players that I can sign that have a real face. And as I was using my guide to look at players, there were some good ones with great potentials, but they don't have a real face. Players like Vinicius Jr., Leno as well, the goalkeeper for Arsenal, they just don't have real faces, which is a shame. And it leads me to my next thing that I hate in career mode, and that is the fact that there's not enough real faces in FIFA 19 in general. When you're doing a career mode in the Serie A or Bundesliga, you get a lot of teams that have generic faces, which sort of kills the experience. And there's also other leagues like the French League and the Dutch League that could use an injection of new faces as well. So yes, EA added in like over 400 faces this year. Half of them are Premier League reserve players, and we need some more going across the rest of the world now. There's a lot of work that needs to be done still. So this is something that gets a little bit annoying for me when I'm playing career mode. Let's say you're having a good season with the club you're with, but you have like a dream offer halfway through the season, and it's for Real Madrid or Bayern Munich or something. You go to the job openings, you choose to accept it, and the game decides that they want to throw you into Bayern Munich straight away, rather than giving you the option whether you want to finish the season with the team you currently have or you want to go straight away. I would like to have that option, because sometimes I'm enjoying the season that I'm doing, but you have that dream offer that you want to go there as well. But it's just like a little bit of a dilemma, so I would like to have that option in the future to either go straight away or have it delayed until the season ends. Because the fundamentals of career mode haven't changed, there's no groundbreaking new features, which means that there's not much you can do with your money again this year besides buying players or hiring scouts and just paying for wages, you know. I would like to see EA in the future have new features where they add like club facilities, where you can add like an R&R center, which is rest and rehabilitation. So when a player gets injured, you can upgrade that facility to maybe bring them back earlier from injury, like a week or so earlier. And there could also be like training facilities that you can upgrade, which either gives you more slots throughout the week, like maybe from 5 to maybe 6 or 7. And maybe if you upgrade the training facility, it will give you like a 10% better return on how quick the player grows from that training drill or something like that. So the results would be better from training. I think club facilities would be a great new feature to add to career mode, because it would force us to spend more money on things that could improve the whole club in general, rather than just buying players and paying for their wages and hiring scouts. Because at the moment, that's all you can really do with your money in career mode. In career mode at the moment, if you want to coach the national team, you have to wait for the offer to come to you. I would like to have an option where you can approach the national teams themselves and ask to manage the squad, and based on your credentials, maybe you'll get accepted or rejected. So obviously if you just started out, you might be accepted to coach India, but if you apply for like Germany, they're going to say you need to prove yourself first. So they'll have to implement this properly, but I think it would be a nice little thing to add to career mode as well. Make sure you leave a comment telling me the things you don't like in FIFA 19 career mode, and maybe we can do a part 3 of this in the future. If you need something else to watch, check out part 1, which came out 2 days ago. I will put it in the card, so click the card right now. It will take you to the video. It's a pretty funny one.